This is The Real Truth. I Say Podcast Network. We're here live from the Gym Complex with the Hot Mic series. And today we have a special guest with us. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Big West Side, Shyland Flowers.
Big West Side, Shyland Flowers. So, talk to us about Big West Side. Now, is that the west side of Greenville or what's Big West Side?
It is the west side of Greenville.
Okay.
West Greenville, City View area. Shyland Flowers, man. Yeah, rapper. Doing this for a little minute, couple years now into it, you know.
All right.
Having a great time.
Having a great time. So, for the listeners, there's a little accent that I'm picking up, and I noticed in your bio you're from Washington, D.C. area, correct?
I am originally from D.C. Yeah.
Okay. How long you been down here?
It's too long.
Too long? All right. So that segues into another conversation. So when you say too long, I'm guessing that you feel like you would be more comfortable or would want to go back up north. Am I right? Or
no, I wouldn't say that. I've been here, I would say, the majority of my life, long enough to comfortably say Big West Side.
Right.
Yeah, no, I don't feel. I feel comfortable where I'm at. I don't think going back home would be anything out of
okay,
weird.
So DC culture,
Yeah.
down south culture.
Yeah.
I got family up that way too. Tell me the difference from your viewpoint.
Everything about DC culture is a bit faster, a bit louder, a bit more brass, if you will. Down here is a little slower, a little polite, a little more polite. It really just pace of life, I feel, is the biggest difference. Down up there down here we don't really have a huge public transit system, but up there that's like buses, trains, that's like the wave, you know what I mean? So it's just a difference in quality of pace.
Okay. What's your you say Shyland Flowers?
Absolutely.
Tell me where that name came from.
Yeesh, I hate this question. You gotta stop asking. Man, wow. We gotta stop asking this question. Gotta put that on our thing.
We gotta know, man.
So the flower part is a bit more easy to explain. It's a graphic novel called Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and in it, one of the main characters, her name is Ramona Flowers. So Shyland Flowers, first son of Scott, kind of rose all together. Shyland's a bit more difficult to explain, and I don't really like explaining it. And essentially, I thought it sounded really cool because I'm like a very shy person, but I didn't like shy by itself. So land, in a world of your own kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's essentially where the Shyland comes from, and then Flowers kind of threw it together.
Okay. So you kind of open up to that too. You say you're kind of a shy person. So
yeah.
I got introduced to your music, I say maybe 2 years ago. Okay. And just seeing the progression of I see more of your personality come out every time I'm seeing something come out from you. So how do you describe that process, or was it always there and it's just something that we just now picking up on the outside?
I think it was always there for sure. I think just getting more comfortable in who I am as a person, who I am as an artist, has just allowed me to kind of open up a little bit more and start showing different sides of myself. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and give Mr. Flowers his flowers. So when you're talking about, you said, hey, I think what your area expertise or what you got going on, how this is leading up to where you are now. And when you're looking at where you are now, the results of your hard work that you've been putting in, it got you a huge reward. Tell the people what happened with the album that you released last.
At this year's UMAs, I won Artist of the Year. I lost Album of the Year to Scotty K, I believe. That's my man. But yeah, no. So just I did Falls for Greenville last year. Had a headliner set at Falls for Greenville.
But hold on, pause before you get.
My bad. I was just going over my accolades. My fault.
Tell them again. What did you get?
2002 Artist of the Year. 2022. Me and Ja Rule is fine. 2022 Artist of the Year, Upstate Music Artist of the Year.
Congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah.
We did a little mini tour last year, leading up to the headlining set at Fall for Greensville. Our cities, our metropolitan areas, like a huge festival, brings out 200,000 people. Something like the little hour set there. And yeah, it was a remarkable year, to say the least.
How did that make you feel in that moment when you found out you won that, and as far as the work you put in, how did that make you feel?
I felt good. I felt vindicated. A lot of the times, people try to persuade you. People try to say that you're wrong about things, and you don't really know what you're doing. So I felt like, I finally kind of like showed niggas like, I'm told y'all niggas kind of. So that made me feel really good. What was the other question? I'm sorry.
No, that was it. In that moment, how did you feel knowing all the work that you had put in?
Oh yeah, no, I felt amazing. I felt like, fuck y'all niggas. I did it. That's how I felt.
Okay. And you speaking on that, like you said, sometimes people are trying to persuade you.
Absolutely.
What would you tell people who are trying to come up and maybe they have those aspirations of getting that recognition to where they're artist of the year, or what would you tell them, to the naysayers who are like, nah, everybody doing that, don't do that? What would be your advice?
Nobody knows anything. Nobody knows what they're talking about. So you kind of just gotta find and become comfortable with who you are as a person. And the most important thing I feel in music that a lot of people come into not really thinking about is knowing exactly where you want to go. Excuse me. Knowing how high you want to go. A lot of people you'll see take off super quick and they fade away. They didn't have a plan. They didn't know what the fuck. They didn't know what they wanted as an artist and as a person. So I would say, really think about what you want as a person, what you want out of this in life. And then once you start, you kind of just can't stop. You kind of, no matter what happens, how bad it gets, how broke you get, you kind of just got to keep going. If you really, really want the shit, you know what I mean? That's my advice.
Yeah. You said a key word, plan.
Yes.
So I see you have a good team around you.
Absolutely.
So with your team that you have around you, what would be your advice as well to the importance of having a good team? Because sometimes people get the concept in their mind that I can do this alone. But what's the importance of a good team?
I don't think you'll make it very far without a good team. I think having people that are solid, having people that, not only do they trust your vision, but they also have the courage to say, hey man, that's not it. You gotta find some other shit. That's you don't want a whole bunch of yes men in your team. Superly important. I can't stress. I can't stress. A lot of things, like I know, like what I have issues with sometimes is like I'm like super indecisive as an artist. So learn from my mistakes. If you're gonna get a team, you're the leader because you're the artist, essentially. So everybody works better when everybody's on the same page. So like if you say some shit, try your best to like stick to that shit, because that's part of the plan, right? You don't want to diverge too far off of your plan. You know what I mean? So that's work in progress, but I
get it. I definitely get it. So 92 Barcelona.
Yeah.
Talk to me about
for sure. I was asleep, and then I was awakened by numerous phone calls and beats sent to my phone. I have no idea what's going on, but nah, man, the homies Ali and Smoke put that together, and it was like, yo, can you get on the record? And I was excited. I wasn't even like aware of who was going to be on the record. I think I was like one of the first people to be like, yeah, I'm down, whatever, it's all good. But it ended up being super dope. We had an amazing studio session. We had an amazing like video shoot, and yeah, man, it's a fire record.
Yeah. And you could tell in there y'all had fun making that. Where did the concept come, 92 Barcelona? Where did that come from?
The concept is based around the Dream Team. 1992 Dream Team, Magic, Bird, niggas.
Yeah, niggas.
Barkley, Jordan, Dream Team, right? So the idea was to kind of base it around you know, the dream team, the rap, the dream team, if you will, and yeah, just everybody kind of just rap in their all-star mentality, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. So, when you listen to it after everything was put together, what verse? I'm gonna put you on the spot. Outside of yours,
God,
gave you that screw face like, ooh, let me run that back. Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Nah. No, here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Who else ate?
Everybody on the song killed it.
That's not a fact.
The verse I'm like kind of jealous about. There's two of them.
Okay.
There's two of them. The first one is like Chubby Sensei. Cause I'm like the big rap nigga in Greenville, and it's like another big rap nigga coming, and it's like there can't be like two big rap niggas. You know what I mean? So I'm eating hard too. so relax. so that was tough. And not only is he's like a super dope person as well, and he's like an insane MC. So I saw his verse, and I think he raps like the longest, like verse wise on the record. So it was just like punchline after punchline after punchline, and you know sometimes it's like overwhelming. Like, God damn, nigga, like stop. And secondly is Wan, man. Wan is like comfortably Wan at all times. Like you get a Wan verse and she gives you like a Wan verse that's like 100% each time. So when she gets in her bag, it's like the greatest thing ever. And then she came in there and was just like rapping, and never mind, I ain't gonna say that. But she bodied that shit.
Yeah, that was my other question. Did y'all record this together, or was it like a Cineverse?
No, absolutely. No, we all was in the studio at the same time. First time we all heard each other's verses like that day.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I like the record, man, and
appreciate it.
I'll tell you my pick offline about who I.
Okay, got you.
Nah, but yeah, everybody with it, man. That's a great concept, great record. Keep going with that. Now I got a couple more questions before we get to winding up here.
Okay.
Your beat selection.
Yes.
I'm always curious. What's the process on people's beat selection? Your beat selection is interesting, and I like it. So tell me, what's your thoughts?
I think, knock on wood, if rap doesn't work out, I'll be like a great A&R. Honestly,
Okay.
I feel like that's the strongest part of like my overall, like, I guess, game, if you will. Like I feel like as an artist, like my beat selection is like top tier. I'm sorry, I'll be the one to say it. It's hard to please me, honestly. I'm always looking for something kind of different. I'm always looking for like a different type of pocket to kind of get into as I'm trying to rap and trying to like figure out new flows and things like that. So it's a long process. It's very rarely I hear something and like immediately like it, I guess. But it's not too bad. You know, I have like ear fatigue at the moment, so I don't want to hear anything. But it's really just kind of searching for something that's inspiring, I guess, for lack of better words.
Is your process better to be with the producer as the beat is put together, or do you like to have them sent to you and you can just listen at your own leisure to pick out which one that you feel like works best for you?
If this is a safe space,
this is absolutely a safe space.
I feel like a lot of people have like work anxiety. People that I work with at least have like work anxiety, so I don't like being around people when they work. Like I let people just kind of like niggas come to the studio. I might like leave, like just leave the room and just kind of let them kind of flow. So I don't mind sending beats. I'm a good kind of like explainer of exactly what I want. So there's some shit I don't want in the beat. Either I'll change it, or I can say, hey man, can you do this, and kind of just go from there.
Cool. All right, so you know, now in music, especially hip hop, you're hearing the term all the time, drip. Mr. and Mrs. Put That Shit On. So when you wake up and you say, I'm gonna be Mr. Put That Shit On today, what's your fashion choice? What do you like to throw on to be like, yeah, I got that shit on right now?
I don't dress, bro. Y'all lucky I'm wearing this right here. I'm telling you.
What's wrong with it? It's different.
I don't. I guess at this stage, I don't really care. And I've always kind of been like that since a child. I've never really been like a fashion guy. I look pretty decent in a suit, so if I want to put that shit on, I'll throw on like a little button up and you know what I mean, and get on with it. But it's never really been something I've really given much thought to.
Focus on.
Yeah,
I can dig it.
And it shows in my life. It shows.
Nah, I'm fucking with the shirt. You know what I mean?
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm fucking with that. Anything like, sometimes you could tell like when people really comfortable being themselves.
Yeah.
Like, because, you know, sometimes people be like, man, I ain't gonna put that on. I ain't gonna say that. Like, fuck it. If you comfortable with being yourself, damn.
Yeah, wear that shit.
Do it. Yeah, for real. Wear that shit. So,
I feel like clothes is like 12, I ain't gonna say that. It's kind of like 50% of what you're wearing and 50% confidence. You can be wearing some bullshit, but if you're confident in your bullshit, I don't think people going, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Right. So what you got coming up? Tell the people what you got coming up next.
Yeesh, man. What month is it? We got a few different things coming up.
Okay. What you got coming?
Oh, my bad. We got a few different projects working on Satoma Recordings and myself included as a solo artist. We got a few different projects coming. Can't give too much into it right now, but we are coming this summer for sure.
Let me ask you this, just a side question while I was thinking about it. How do you feel about collaborations? You open to collab with other artists?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a bit more choosy at this age, right? If it makes sense, you know, I don't mind doing the verse when the homies say, yo, I need a verse or whatever. I don't mind, but I am at this stage a little bit more choosy with what I want to hop on.
The reason I ask, like, when we travel to these record pools, we hear, like, I listen for artists who I think, like, if I come across this artist, them two linking up may make some hot shit.
Okay, true.
And this is artist I met when we were in Charleston. His name is, I think he from what, Brooklyn? Something. His name was Reese White. Hard. You and him together on the track.
Yeah.
I can hear something. I'm gonna give you his information after this, and if you want to link up with him. But I think y'all can make some fire shit. For real.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. All right, man. So tell the people where they can follow you at, where they can get your music at, anything you want them to know that we hadn't discussed.
Everywhere at Shyland Flowers, SHYLAND Flowers, ShylandFlowers.com. You can find me anywhere on the World Wide Web, I guess.
Anywhere on the World Wide Web. Well, hey, man, we definitely appreciate it. It was a privilege sitting down with you again. Congratulations on your winning of the Artist of the Year.
Appreciate it.
Nothing but good things I see in your future. I've been seeing the growth. Keep going. Anything you need from us to help support you, definitely let us know. Your team will be happy to support you in any way we can, man. Anytime we see somebody pushing forward, doing positive things, we want to help out any way we can. So again, congratulations. This is the Real Truth Hot Mic Series, I Say Podcast Network, live from the Gym Complex. We out.
A million ways to die in the west side. I'm from with a tech slide. My first experience with grand theft was a test drive. How many of them had good friends that just died? Similar reactions if you boys want to test mine. Most my niggas known for copping bricks, they test lines. The other half down bad, running from fed time is too exhausting. I seen it often, new nails in an old coffin. Boy, move cautious, behold the wrath of your features. The Asiatic black man, fear the wrath of your Jesus. Religion, do you pledge your allegiance? Cause I can't see it. Money over your freedom, if all you need was the dressing, it was a salad to Caesar. Don't get petty over pennies, my nigga, that's how you reach them. Underappreciated, I related to the teachers. Now it showed out shows, my jersey above the bleachers. Coming back to collecting, you niggas gon' pay the fee, you burn out.